Hello, good morning. Now, before we proceed to our lesson proper now, let us first try to chop the two, let's say covalent bonds, covalent and bond. Before we move on, let us try to describe each one of them before we step on to the next phase, which is defining what covalent bond is. Let us first define the two words used in this video, okay? Now, let us first define what covalent is. Ika nga ni Oxford Languages from Chrome Dictionary, relating to or denoting chemical bonds formed by the sharing of electrons between atoms. So, yon ang ibig sabihin ng ating covalent. Ngayon at nabigay na natin yung definition ng covalent. Ngayon naman pag-usapan natin yung ikalawang salita which is yung bond. Ngayon, yung bond, ito ba yung nauunat? Tapos kapag sobrang hila, sobrang unat mo na, pwede ito magdulot ng sakit sa iyo o sa tao na nasa harapan mo o kahit sino pa. Sa sobrang pilit mo sa kanya, dudulot na ito ng sakit sa'yo. Hindi, joke lang, rubber band yun. Ibang band po yung pinapag-usapan natin dito. Okay, last na po ito and magsiseryoso na tayo. Ang bond is relationships. Sabi ni Oxford, a relationship between people or groups based on shared feelings, interest, or experiences. So, in simple words or sa mas pinasimpleng salita, bond is about relationships like bonds shared between friends tulad ng pag kumakain kayo magkakasama at nagkakaroon kayo ng enjoyment. Doon nabubuo ang relationship or we can call it also a bonding, something like that. So, back to main topic tayo. What is covalent bond nga ba? Covalent bond is the bond formed between atoms by the sharing of electrons. So, by sharing, nagkaroon sila ng bonding. Just like in real life, nagkakaroon ng relationship. Now, how do you form a covalent bond? Or how many electrons are needed to form a covalent bond? One, perhaps? Two, maybe? Or three or more? Diba? Now, when we say share, it's not one-sided. So, hindi pwede yun. Selfish mo naman. Both atoms need to contribute for bond formation. A covalent bond needs at least two electrons or one pair of electrons. Now, molecular compounds are made when two or more elements share electrons in a covalent bond to connect the elements. Now, typically, nonmetals tend to share electrons, make covalent bonds, and thus form a molecular compound. Now, let me give an example of a molecular compound using the Lewis structure. Here we have a nitrogen trifluoride and it is also in an arrangement where it's roughly structured. Now, why is N nitrogen in the middle? Because nitrogen has the least electronegative atoms, while F on the other hand, fluorine, surrounding the nitrogen, has more electronegative atom. Now, the second step is that we should get each valence electron per atom. Nitrogen has 5 valence electron while fluorine has 7. In here, there are 3 fluorines, so 7 plus 7 plus 7 is equals 21. 21 plus 5 from nitrogen is equals 26. So, we have a total of 26 valence electrons in nitrogen trifluoride. The third step is that we should draw a single covalent bond between the central atom and each of the surrounding atoms. In this case, each fluorine atom would share an electron with nitrogen, while nitrogen would share 3 of its 5 valence electron. Now, the next step is that we complete the octet of each atom by putting in the lone pairs. As we can see, there are many electrons now and they're in pairs. Now, we can say that each of these are happy because fluorine, if we count it, has 8 electrons and the other fluorine also has 8 electrons and the other fluorine, the third fluorine, also has 8 electrons while nitrogen originally has 5 electrons have now 8 electrons. Before, I gave an example of molecular compound using Lewis structure. Now let me give you the properties of a molecular compound from a book I have read. Compared to ionic compounds, molecular compounds, also called covalent compounds, have weaker intermolecular forces. This means that the molecules in these compounds are not bound as strong as those in ionic compounds. Consequently, molecular compounds tend to be gases such as carbon dioxide, CO2, liquids like acetic acid, CH3COOH, or low metal solids, like ice water. Now, what is a relationship and how it is formed? Does relationship with people also apply in the relationship between atoms? Yes, relationship is formed by being connected to each other. Now, how can we strengthen it? In life, we cannot deny the fact that each of us experience times where we are in need of help. By sharing to those in need, we build relationships, and as time goes by, we strengthen it. Sharing or spending your time with another strengthens relationship, even if you are unaware of it.